There's so much in the news about the economy and finances, and I know many of you have questions about that, and so we kind of reserve Monday for your Money Monday questions through email. And this first one is from John Pat, who says, what causes credit card companies to raise their interest rates for individual card holders? Are there specific things I can do to keep my rates from going up?
Well, what do? They're greedy. That's what it is. They want as much money out of you as they can. And so what they're doing is tying your activity with them along with your mortgage and any other loans you have, and they lump it all together, and if your credit score starts going down. The other thing that they're death on, if you're late with a payment, your credit score starts going in the tank. And then if you overuse your credit card, you get it right up against the limits you have, then they mark you down some more. And every time they tick you down, your interest rates jump up. So they can get them up as high as 30%. Then you're in credit card hell. It's almost impossible to get out of it. So I tell you, cut up your cards, do plastic surgery. Don't use those things if you possibly can get away with it. But if you do use them, let them be a convenience where you pay them off at the end of every month so you're not paying any interest on them, and you keep a small balance. But don't be stuck on those things. And the people that have $20,000, $25,000, these guys will prey on you, and it will be awful, okay?
This is Lynn, who says, last week before the Super Bowl, my husband surprised our family by buying a large HGTV without telling me. Do you think spouses should check with each other before making major purchases?
Well, it depends. It depends on how you're set up financially. I mean, if you're wallowing in money and you buy a TV set, it's no big deal. If you're got a scrimp on groceries, and so he goes out and blows the family budget on a TV, then of course they ought to check and agree. So it depends on your situation. You can't just make a blanket rule for everybody. And but I hope you enjoy the Super Bowl.
It does look good on those big screens, gotta say. Okay, this is Jerry, who says, 6 months after taking over my parents' small catering business, I'm struggling to make it survive. Although I don't have a business background, with hard work and wise advice, I think things could turn around. Where would you suggest I go to find a business mentor to help me succeed?
Jerry, I think the Small Business Administration has extensive library, pamphlets and books about business, and they have people they can refer you to who can help you. I think the biggest thing is, watch your money and keep accounts. Even if you keep it in a little account book, you don't have to have a degree from Harvard Business School in order to run a small business. But you do have to keep good records, and you need to know what goes out and what comes in, and you need to know what things cost. And that's what kills most businesses. They don't know where their money is, where it's coming, and where it's going, and they get in debt, and then it's all over. But you asked for a matter, and I think the Small Business Administration can do it, and very possibly a local bank can have people that can give you some advice.
This is Alan, who says, I'm a young professional who's always paid my bills on time with money left over at the end of the month. My friends tell me I need to get on a budget. Since I'm doing fine money-wise, what's the point of having a budget?
Alan, I'm sort of with you on that one. I mean, if you've got everything under control, the only thing you need to do is to start saving. You need to understand that. But if you have managed as well as you have, then you're single and you don't have a family, you don't have children, you don't have to have clothes for the kids, you don't have to have tuition payments for the kids, you don't have to have pediatrician expenses for the kids,
right,
and on down the line. Once you start having those, you'd better have a budget, or you won't know how much money you're spending or how much you come in, but it's just you, your expenses. Well, if you want to get in the habit, that's fine, but to you it may be just a pain in the neck. So
it's working.
It's working, but when you start adding other responsibilities, that's when you really do need a budget. All right.
This is Jamie, who says, my sister and I have bought a house and advertised for a third roommate. One prospect says that she would love to move in, but doesn't even have a bed. She wondered if we would co-sign on some furniture for her. What do you think, Pat?
Don't even think about it.
Yeah, really?
Don't think about it.
Yeah.
Don't go on somebody else's note. what is this girl coming from? How come she hadn't got any money? I mean, why, if she is that bad off, she's not a good credit risk for paying the rent every month.
That's for sure.
So you don't want her as a tenant. You don't want her certainly to help buy her furniture. Don't think about it.
Well, that's all the time we've got for your questions for today, but send us any money questions that you have, and we'll try to answer them each Money Monday.